Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, you can't see a damn thing. Okay, this is very brief because it's very dark. We're just setting off. It's coming up for 6 o'clock. Got 27 kilometers today. So today we're leaving Ledogos and we're going to Bercianas. A few stops on the way, except for the last 10. There's nothing, but apparently the last 6 is nicely tree covered. So we're not too worried about hitting the heat of the day. It was supposed to be a clear sky. There's a few little dotted clouds about. So maybe we'll carry on filming. It's a little bit chilly. Nippy.
Yesterday, yeah, nippy, yeah. It must be, I've got my jacket on.
Yeah. Okay, we'll film when it gets a bit lighter. Bye for now.
Bye.
Hi again.
Bye.
Well, it's 6:25. We've left the village and we're out in the country, walking alongside a road. But hopefully it's a bit lighter. Certainly can see where we're going now, which is nice. So a bit about yesterday. We got in the evening, we chilled. We went for a lunch at another little place, bar. It's pork with a nice salad and bread on an egg, fried egg. So our first combinados we've had for a while actually. They're not so easy to find. To get away from these pilgrims menus. So we then literally rested up for the afternoon. And then we came down about 7 o'clock. Had a decaf coffee. And then for a snack, we shared a pizza. I mean, I've heard of deep pan. And I've heard of thin and crispy. But I've never had a thin and crispy. I mean, how that pizza cutter got through it, I don't know. Anyway, it's tasty, it was okay. And it filled that little hole, gave us something to walk on this morning, I guess. But it was nice, relaxed time. We just didn't fancy a full meal last night. And sadly, the problem is with the pilgrims meals, if you're really, really hungry, they're great. But otherwise, you know, you end up overeating a bit, which is not the best thing to do. Okay, we're going to try and keep the pace down a bit today, to back down to 4.9. We crept up to 5.5 yesterday. Because we're battling with getting there as soon as we can to avoid the real heat. So getting up early and then trying to walk a bit too quick. So we thought it doesn't matter, we'll just go at this more relaxed, slightly more relaxed pace. It's amazing what half a kilometre an hour can do. So the plan is, we've got a little village just coming up now, Terra de las Templares, and then another little place 3 kilometres on, and then another little place 3 kilometres after that. So we thought we'd do the 9, then have our brekkie, and then the next stop is 10 kilometres after that, and we get to the area which is the official halfway point. So we're told that at 9:30 the office opens and you get a proper certificate for reaching the halfway point. So there's 2 statue things facing each other, representing that point. So obviously selfies and get somebody to take a picture. Watch Facebook later this week. Okay, so actually, although it's 27, I think we're actually quite glad to do a slightly bigger hike today.
Yeah, because it's not going to be so sunny, so ideal day today.
Yeah.
To knock out a 29. It usually reaches 30.
I know, usually when it says
30,
27,
31.
yeah. Okay, we will say goodbye for now. Hi again.
Hi.
I think a bit brighter now.
Yeah.
Going along at a nice pace. 7:05. Should be coming up onto the second little town soon. Still fresh, isn't it?
Yeah. Still need a jacket.
You don't?
Still need,
Yeah,
yeah,
you say.
yeah, still need it.
Just start taking it off, yeah. scenery behind. We've got a few pilgrims behind. Still very vast out here. In fact, it's actually hard to think that it's going to get really hot. So we're coming into a little town, and quite often, Moratinos, quite often the first place you get as you come in is one of these little albergues. We're just going to keep the camera rolling because it's actually quite nice. Trying to work out what that is over there. Got this mound, look, with chimneys on it. There's dwellings of some sort, look. You go in, there's like a little courtyard thing in there. So this is the size of the little towns you come into. And often these albergues that serve breakfast for their pilgrims are open to the public. Yeah. Well, that was one of the ones we could have gone to. No, we'll have to do that the next one. Yeah, we said we'd try and do 9 today. Okay, that's all for now. Okay, it's 9:20. We have just gone past the centre, the halfway point of the Camino de Santiago, the French way. Yay! So, what does that mean? Well, that means we could either turn around and go back to the start, or equally, okay, the camera's playing up at the moment. I need to have a look at that. Anyway, apologies. So we're heading into Sawagon, or Sawagun. We'll see if we can pick up our halfway certificate. Not sure how much of a gimmick that is, but anyway, we'll see. If we can get one, we can get one. Otherwise, we will have probably another coffee and maybe get a roll to fill, because we've got another two kilometers to get into town, and then we've got 10 after that. So we need to watch it. There's a bit of a tailwind today, which means we're not going to feel the heat, but obviously the sun's going to be as hot. Anyhow, we're both feeling great. The hike's going really well, so we're super happy with everything, the way it's all going. So until later. Hi there. Okay, so we've left that place that nobody can pronounce, and we've taken, there's 2 routes up here now for a chunk of the day, so other people would meet us at Bercianas tomorrow, and we've come the left-hand route, which is the original route. Some people don't like it because it goes next to a roadway. I mean, there is a motorway over there, but
if you look on the left-hand side,
on the left it's just farm. Yeah. And there's no flies. So we've got 6 kilometers left. We're trying to keep our pace down to 4.9, despite Janet having her hockers on. Not a lot of news to report on here, because as I say, you tend to be quite slow moving scenery wise because it's just so vast. But the only really big significant thing on this trip is clearing the halfway. And then this last section, as we'd read about it, which one of the things that's actually nice about it is the trees are planted on the left hand side, which provides the heat of the day shade when you really need it, because as usual the clouds are burning back, but with that wind it makes it really pleasant actually, and it's really nice. Actually really enjoying today's hike. No pains from anywhere.
No.
Bandaged up my top of my big toe, these little blisters that are there.
Yeah.
Using this stuff Janet bought from Temu ages ago, but it actually works over this plaster thing. So great, really can't complain at all. Really enjoying it. Looking forward to getting there eventually, but no rush. I think it'll be about 12:30, about 1 o'clock we'll get there.
Yeah.
It's just coming up for 12 now. So an hour's walk in the park and we're done. Okay, signing off.
Bye.
Bye. Good day. It's 12 o'clock. We've just arrived in Bercianas. As you can probably see, do you want to come in the shade, sweetie? There's not many clouds about, but the walk lived up to its reputation of being tree lined. And actually it's gone really well. We just found one bar back there that does the type of meal we fancy for this evening. So we're kind of hoping that down by the church area where our place is, there'll be a little bit more, but it's a typical meseta sleepy town that you come to, where we all stay. And there's just like nobody here.
We couldn't get away.
Yeah, there we go, there's a sign up here, Al Suave Bar and Restaurant. Suave. So, gives you an idea of the level of excitement when you come into a new place, because you know nothing about it. And somewhere out there there's a bed with your name on it. And a bar, pouring a beer and here we go. Cafe bar, perfect. Okay, well we're down there, look. If you look right at the end, look at the stalk on the next to the church.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's go and check it out. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.